Hello, Rishabh.
Hi,
Welcome. Welcome
thank
to
you.
Jack with Just Ravi. It's an honor to have you here. And
It's an honor
Jack,
to be here.
thank
Till I get jacked with just Ravi.
some very early on conversations we've had, Rishabh, where you had expressed this, that nobody really understands men, and and today, like we were talking earlier, this whole lack of appreciation of the fact that men have changed, and it's being looked at as something that is happening in adjustment to the fact that women are changing as a reaction. And yet there is no if I could use a strong word, no understanding of how men have really changed, which direction they are moving willingly. So, Rishabh, why don't you tell us about this?
I was seeing this campaign, and all of us know about that campaign, right? Which is the Share the Load campaign of Ariel. Yeah, that whole campaign where the father writes a letter saying, I'm sorry for the example that I set and his father said. And if you go back to that campaign and I sort of have like very clear memories of, there's the lady in the campaign who comes home from a long day at work. She's got the laptop in one hand, she's got vegetables in another hand. She comes home, she puts it up, she starts the laptop again, and some work is happening. She's clearing the toys, she's helping the father, she's helping the kid, she's beginning to put the rice on the stove. And there's this husband who's just lazing on like a sofa and is just sitting and watching cricket, right? And if that was not bad enough, then our husband saying chai de do, right? So in the middle of all of this, she somehow manages to give chai also, and she goes and gives him chai. And when she's giving him chai, look at this now, instead of saying thank you to her, he's like kuch khane ko bhi de do, right? And then she says, okay, main khane ko bhi tumhe deti hu. Then she gives him khane ko also, and then she's still struggling. Then again, you think ab shayad ye thank you bolega. Then he says, oh meri hari wali shirt dho dena. And then she says, हाँ मैं आपको धो दूंगी. And then and then of course the film ends where the father goes and the girl reads the letter. Now when I looked at that, look, I have full empathy with the point of view that you're showing off the woman. And when I say this, I don't think I don't want anyone to get me wrong that I'm trying to therefore make a case for men. But when I look at that man, I don't relate to that man. I mean, as a man, I'm saying he's a jerk, and I'm not. I mean, who sits like that, right? And are you telling me that every man is sitting on the sofa demanding for a cup of tea? Go out there and actually meet men, and you will be surprised to know how many men are actually the ones who bring a morning cup of tea for their wife, not for any other reason, but just for love, just for saying, you make the evening cup, I'll make the morning cup, right? And how many men are turning around and saying, mera shirt do dena, mere ko khane ko de do. I mean, and the point is, at the end of the day, when you look at that, right, and we talk about the fact that the way our society portrays women, it's toxic at times. I'm sorry, I feel the same when we portray men like this, right? Because at the end of the day, I mean, yes, will men like him still be around? They may be, but is every man like that? I'm saying, why is it when you're projecting women, you're projecting the idealized self of how a woman ought to be, right? You're showing how a woman will do everything for the kids, how a woman is always looking for love, and she'll always keep herself love. I'm not sure every woman's like that, but that's the narrative you're pulling, because that's the progressive narrative. Why not do the same thing for men? Why, at the end of the day, if you've got to make a case for women, why do you need to do that by putting men down? That's my fundamental problem. And I don't have this as a problem as just an advertising person. I have this as a problem as being a man. I mean, that, I mean, my point is, ठीक है, उनको मतलब उनके लिए तालियां बजानी है, but उसके लिए हमारी बजाने की क्या जरूरत है? Why do you need to do that? And that, I think, is somewhere where one's got to start realizing, because you look at these men and you think that इनके सामने तो मतलब Magambo भी कुछ नहीं है, because I mean, these are like, I mean, and you don't relate to this. So that's the problem that I have. And and I mean, I must admit, I'm more an armchair activist on this. I haven't managed to do anything. But hopefully this podcast becomes like the beginning, and after that maybe I'm going to like start a movement on this, start a handle on this, and so on and so forth.
When you say it, it rings so true, because it is harmful to society as well. This kind of a depiction and this kind of reinforcement of a stereotype, when we say, when it comes to women, don't objectify women, don't show women as super women, don't show mothers as the forever giving, sacrificing mothers. Their roles have changed, everything has changed. So much understanding has happened since, I would say, 20 years since I did my summers in FCB Ulka. I think, there have been studies and there have been articles and deep studies and, analysis of every kind of portrayal that happens, criticism and, celebration, everything is happening. But when it comes to men, you don't find enough stuff happening. And hence the depiction in media is very, very limited and stereotypical. For a moment, would you like to dwell into the kind of depiction that's happening in media that is actually, very, very non-relatable
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
to men?
absolutely. See, I think before we even get to that, now I think this whole thing about, I think the whole thing, like you bring up an interesting fact, right? That when you look at studies for women, there's like tons of data out there. And when you look at the same, if I put in a search term of, evolution of men, and then, how the attitude of men or behavior of men or the value system of men is changing, there's nothing that comes up as search results. And somewhere that itself is a disturbing thing, right? Because if we're actually saying we're studying culture, and there are men and women, then, because I think somewhere as a society we've perhaps told ourselves that, I think first we need to acknowledge that men are changing to then be able to study them. Because I think we're just saying कि ये तो बदल ही नहीं रहा है, तो इसको study भी क्या करना है, मतलब he is the, ये तो वही है जो था. And that's where, if you see the narrative, like I always say that, there are these like 4 ways I always say that, you can try and really show a man in advertising. Okay, one is this very macho kind of a man, right? He's very brave, he's very risk taking, he's very adventurous, मतलब अवेंजर्स को डर लग सकता है, बट इस आदमी को डर नहीं लगता है. He's in that kind of a space, and therefore he's got no fear, he's got no vulnerability, he's got no anxiety. That's one space, right? And again, I mean, real, not at all, right? Then there's this, insensitive man, right? Which is perhaps the way I felt about that guy in the Ariel ad, right? A man who's saying, look, I don't care, I'm going to be like that, right? The guy who's almost being suggested as if कि मतलब मुगल्स चले गए, बट ये लोग छोड़ गए, एंड ये मुगल की औलाद है जिसको लग रहा है मैं अभी भी बादशाह, बादशाह सलामत हूँ, एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ, एंड देयरफॉर मैं सिर्फ बैठूंगा एंड बाकी लोग काम करेंगे, एंड ऑल दैट काइंड ऑफ स्टफ. नाउ that's another kind of portrayal that you see. Then you see this whole thing, which is this provider, this endless provider as a man, right? And I always say he's like the male version of Mother India, because this guy is just not thinking of anything else. वो सिर्फ काम करता है, पैसे लाता है, एंड बच्चे के लिए लगा रहा है, बेटी के लिए लगा रहा है, एंड बीवी की को खुशी दे रहा है, एंड he is not supposed to think about himself, he's not supposed to have any likings, he's not supposed to invest a penny on himself. That is that. And the fourth is this nincompoop, this idiot who is a man who can't do anything. तो अगर आप उसको मतलब मिक्सी चलाने को कहोगे तो he'll have tomato all over the kitchen. अगर आप उसको मतलब डाइपर बदलने को कहोगे तो शायद वो बच्चे का डाइपर मतलब उसके सिर पे लगा देगा. And really brands like Huggies diapers have done these kind of crazy ads, right? And therefore I'm saying, look at the description of each of these. I mean, when I'm describing each of these, all of them is seeming like Rishabh's exaggerating the way a man can be, but this is the real narrative. This is advertising. I mean, I challenge a person to come and actually do an analysis of advertising in the last 10-15 years, and you will be able to slot 80% of advertising in these 4 buckets. And then therefore we're saying that somewhere, it's this stereotyping that is happening. And in as much as we do hashtag unstereotype for women, and I'm a supporter of that hashtag, but my only submission is stereotypes are stereotypes. I don't think stereotype gender dekh ke hota hai. And in as much as we're trying to unstereotype women, why don't we unstereotype the narrative on men? As a man, you're wanting to undergo transformation, but the social narrative, what you're seeing out there, is not changing, and that leaves you wondering, saying, am I still supposed to be like this? Or at times it even makes you feel that, yaar, main kuch bhi kar lu, mere ko agar society aise hi dekhne wali hai, then I might as well be like that, right? And then therefore somewhere, that's, forget communication, I think it's harming societal progress at a larger level, right? And then therefore that's something that we've got to start talking about, and I think that's a narrative that needs to change.
In your examples, has there been, any examples where when it was a relatable man, it actually, shifted the needle in a big way on the brand key parameters?
No, absolutely. And I'm going to sort of, in fact, there's one example which happened to me in my own life. So I took my son to, buy a toy. At that point in time, he was 6 years old. And, obviously seeing a lot of toys. And he finally picked up a Princess wala, that Princess brand, ka pink color ka kitchen set. And my father had come with us to buy the toy, and my mother's there, and they're like, कुछ और ले ले बेटा, वो देख, वो बॉल देख ले, वो देख, वो गन देख ले, वो कार. He's like, नहीं, मेरे को यही लेना है, right? And he brought it home, and after that, he's kind of tripping on it. He would come to us with a piece of paper. Can I take your order, please? And I'm going to make the food, and I'm going to make lunch, and I need to, get more ration and all that kind of stuff. And somewhere, every time that conversation's happening with someone being in our house, there's almost this sense of embarrassment, saying कि मतलब ये, why is he talking about these things? Why is he playing with the pink kitchen set, and why is he doing all of that? And somewhere it starts disturbing you, because that's when you realize that you talk about unstereotyping, but somewhere subconsciously those stereotypes are just so deep seated that you're also living with. I mean, the reality is that at the end of the day, if that's a narrative we're going to put out, that men don't cook, men don't play with kitchen sets, and then we tell, when these men grow up, that yaar, ye aadmi kitchen mein nahi jata hai, wo kyun jayega? The woman, I mean, why did you not let him? Why can't he also play with the kitchen set as much as the girl can? And then therefore, I think that's where somewhere it's a huge harm. I mean, forget the change it can make to advertising. I think that's a small change. But the larger narrative of the society can really, really change, because I'm saying, if we're look at the concept of equality, right? Equality is about saying that, okay, it should be equality. And somewhere I feel, while we're driving the agenda on women equality, the imbalance is still going to exist, because the other side, we're not doing anything about it, right? Now, the second part, in terms of why has this not happened? See, I feel now that I think as a society, we were so caught up, all of us, in terms of trying to drive the agenda on women empowerment, that somewhere that became the narrative. Right? All brands, I know most women will not agree to that. I can see that expression. So most brands said, okay, this is the narrative. This is what is going to get me eyeballs. This is what is going to get spoken about. And then therefore, let me drive this. And I don't have a problem with that. I'm saying drive it as much as you want. But I feel now that fundamentally, to drive an agenda, if you've actually got to put someone down, I think that's where the problem is. I think what is becoming like, look at that Fair and Lovely ad that I spoke to you about, right? That marriage wala ad. That ad has a father who comes and says, "Beta, tumhari padhai hogi, ab shadi kar lo." So, truth be told, is every father like that today? No, not at all. I can tell you, my father is not like, and I'm sure your father was not like that. I mean, your father told you, कि बेटा तुम पढ़ो, उसके बाद जो करना है करो, career बनाओ, जब शादी करनी है करो. Why is the narrative being told like that? That बेटा तुम्हारी पढ़ाई होगी, अब शादी कर लो, and that's the father who's getting the maximum share of voice as the one of the leading spending man. And that's where I think the problem is, that at the end of the day, I think it's almost like saying, because you need to create a hero out of the woman, you need to create a villain out of the man. I mean, no one's saying it, but I think somewhere a lot of that is happening. And I think therefore, I feel the change needs to happen at both ends. I think one, people who are driving the agenda for women also need to take more responsibility of saying, look, just to do that, we can't keep on bashing this other guy. I think somewhere that's a call they need to take, because I mean, finally it's not just about your own individual agenda, right? We're all one society and one culture. And I think second is na, somewhere men also need to realize कि मतलब just like women ने कितना झंडा उठाया, कितनी आवाज उठाई, I think men also need to realize that it's time to do some of that, right? I think men are just too caught up in figuring out between Chelsea and Liverpool what they need to support, that they're just okay with this, right? They're okay with the fact that they're being shown as fools in advertising, right? And like I hugely get disturbed when I see baby brands showing fathers as foolish men, right? And because I think most of us as fathers take a lot of pride in the fact that we know as much, right? I mean, yes, we were to have a kid, and yes, my wife was told you've got to read Dr. Spock, but hello, I have also read Dr. Spock, and I also get it, and I didn't read it because someone told me. I read it because I also wanted to be a parent, but no one's willing to give me that credit. I mean, why is a brand which is selling a diaper or a Huggies or a First Cry, why are they not creating narratives where men are also parents, right? And therefore I think somewhere men need to also start taking it up. I think somewhere they need to, start. And I also feel that itself is a huge opportunity for, I think, a brand. I think brands are just not picking up that narrative, which is someone's got to see. Finally, brands came in, right? And they championed the empowerment agenda for women also, right? I'm saying today, if Dove is redefining the idea of beauty for women, why can't some brand say, I'll redefine what a man ought to be, right? But it's just that, unfortunately, I don't think even male brands want to do that, right? Even male brands like Imperial Blue are happy taking a dig at men only. Matlab, they'll also say, "Arey, men are like this one," because and I think that's the change that needs to happen too. So I think it's collective. Men need to do something about it. Brands need to start doing something, and these women empowerment brands and groups, they just need to back off a bit and let us breathe. So I think all of that needs to happen.
I'd be talking to your wife, Prajakta, after this. Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to sort of make sure she doesn't see this interview, okay?
So see, from a context of a story narrative, I understand that, if you're glorifying one character as a backdrop for contrast, you'd like to have a villainous character also. I mean, beautifully you've taken examples of Mogambo and Mughals, and we totally get it that how disturbing this is. But at the same time, Raymond has tried. So there are brands which are guilty, and there are brands which are struggling and trying to get it right. Sometimes they're doing a token lip service. Sometimes they're just testing what will work. Should we stick with it, etc., etc. Now, if you could take examples for both, just two examples each: brands that are guilty, very wrong portrayal, and brands that are trying to get it right, perhaps in the right direction. And along with that, like even Raymond's. Now, when it wanted to glorify what it is like to be a man, and all these years it has done the reinterpretation exercise so many times, while trying to be classy. I mean, they've tried to be relatable as well. But again, it is, I know, at least looking back today, we would say that it is stereotypical, So what is it? Now, of course, what you're saying is that get out there, understand this animal in his environment, get his context, his worldview, his anxieties, and at mass, at scale, not mass, at scale, not just one little study here and one little study there, but just get him and get him to talk and make it okay for him to express himself. That's another thing that I wonder why men are not expressing themselves, in terms of their insecurities. There's so many insecurities, of course, because when it is flux and there's so much of redefinition happening, like you said, like you pointed out, that I don't know how to be, and when I'm trying to be, it's not getting even picked up. So shall I go back to being how I was then?
See, I feel now that the key to the right portrayal of men, I think the operative word has to be: is it authentic and relatable? I don't think anyone saying put an exalted view of the man out there, because honestly, I can tell you that even complete man puts a lot of pressure on us as men.
Hmm.
I mean, I've felt this whole thing about, your classic thing about, are you being a good son, are you being a good father, are you being a good employee, are you being a good husband, and then you've got a 7 roles to play, and the complete man's got to do. I mean, why put out this? I mean, you're not putting out, you're not putting out a complete woman narrative where you're giving her these 7 responsibilities and asking her to be equally good at also. So my problem is, I think either are extremes, and therefore somewhere I think where we've got to see is, I think we've got to get the pulse right in terms of what is this guy. I mean, see, this guy, I'm saying either you're showing him as a complete villain or you're showing him like one Bahubali, and neither of which are making him feel great about himself, because one's putting him down in a way that he feels very, very shitty about himself, and the other's giving him such an exalted view that, I mean, he's feeling so much of pressure कि मतलब उसको लगता है कि मतलब मैं तो मतलब अपनी नसें काट लूं, मतलब बहुत ही मुश्किल काम है. That atrocious campaign of Huggies saying the biggest test for a diaper is to leave your kid with a dad. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, I feel ASCII should step into those kind of ads and maybe ban those ads. I mean, I feel it's below the belt, right? Because you're saying that, what, आदमी के साथ, हस्बैंड के साथ बच्चे को छोड़ के जा रहे हो ना, तब अगर डाइपर ने सर्वाइव कर लिया तो मतलब इससे तगड़ा डाइपर नहीं है, बिकॉज तुम तो मतलब जानवर के साथ अपने, it's just wrong, it's insensitive, it's below the belt. So I think those are some of the guilty ones. In terms of the other ones getting it right, I'll tell you one example, and it's not like become big. There's that Platinum Guild which has put out those ads. I think they've done this whole ad, where this guy actually comes, and I thought it was a beautiful insight, right? If we go back and check the leave policy of any of our companies, most of us get about 3 months of paternity leave, right? That's standard procedure, and most men get it. But if you look at the records, you'll find that most men don't even take a month of leave, right? And then you tend to think, why not? And because you're saying, no, I'm a man, I need to get back. But increasingly the narrative is men also want to spend time with their kids, they want to take that break, right? But no, that's not the narrative you're putting out. And again, it's a beautiful ad where this man comes, he gives his boss a box of sweets saying, I've been blessed with a daughter, and he says, super, and he says, this is my leave application, and he reads it and he says, 3 months. He says, हाँ sir, that's company policy. He says, but यार बच्चा होने पे 3 महीने की लीव कौन आदमी लेता है? He says, आदमी औरत से क्या होता है सर, बच्चा तो मेरा भी है ना. And that's the point. And I'm saying, I would like to see thousands of such narratives getting put out, because I think while as men we're wanting to make that change, no one's driving that, right? Because finally we'll behave the way that the role models around us are shown as. I recently saw this SBI ad, which I again thought was beautiful, which was this whole piece about, it's this whole thing about where a father goes and, actually becomes a stand-up comedy. He leaves a job and becomes a stand-up guy. And he's doing his first act as a stand-up guy. And he actually does the stand-up of saying कि इससे पहले ना मैं आदमी नहीं था, मैं प्रेशर कुकर था. And मैं इसका pressure, and beyond a point I did this. And you have that daughter sitting in the audience, she whistles for him and all that. And I loved the view. I said, it says that as a man you do everything for the happiness of your family. But let us tell you one thing, their happiness lies in your happiness. Their happiness doesn't lie in the money you leave for them. Their happiness doesn't lie in the fact that you can send them for foreign education, you can buy them a diamond set. They'll feel shitty about it if that comes at the cost of you feeling stressed about it. Their happiness lies in your happiness. Now that's a narrative. No? That's a narrative. I mean, I'm sick of people telling you when someone wants to quit or someone wants to take a break, and then they'll say, but what if your kid thinks about going to US for education? तेरे को पता है उसके लिए 3 करोड़ रुपए लगते हैं ना. You want to turn around and say, यार मेरे पास जितने पैसे हैं मैं उतना ही पढ़ा सकूंगा यार. ये मतलब, where is this gotten hard coded that a man has to sell his kidney to send the kid to US?
But no brand is really committing to having a new narrative, the correct, relatable, real narrative. As you were speaking, this is something that a woman, for some time, these kind of ads for women were being made. आ, आप अपने को खुश रखेंगी तो सबको खुश रख सकेंगी, something like that.
Yeah.
And somewhere, there's somewhere, the whole appreciation of the humanity of a man rather than the role. I'm also reminded of a beautiful ad for ICICI Prudential, जो जिम्मेदारी निभाते हैं जताते नहीं.
I love that line. Yeah, I
When
love
I
that
saw
line.
that ad, I mean, all the lines and all the instances, I was like, it's so real. And I felt I could put my husband in so many of those situations wherein it goes unacknowledged. It goes not even, looked at. And they also don't turn around to say that, hello, I'm doing this, exactly what the line is. What was the thinking behind it?
That was a time where the narrative for men, Nirbhaya and all had happened, and the narrative for the men was like the one line narrative was men are dogs. And that's the way they are, and so on and so forth, and then suddenly, obviously, as a brand that talks to men, you're kind of left thinking, okay, what should I put out? And somewhere I think the starting point was again, I think the same thing that I've been saying, that yes, there may be one man who's like that Ariel guy, but every man's not like that. And that was the same starting point for these guys, saying, look, there will be rotten apples, but that doesn't mean आप कहो कि पूरी कौम ही ऐसी है. And yes, while a lot of mass media is only spending, screen time as well as newsprint time in criticizing men, someone also needs to celebrate men who are good. Because, fair, criticize for people for if they're bad, but at the same time also see their other side. And that's where this brand took on the whole thing about saying, let's celebrate the good side of man, right? And the beauty was, they figured these pieces which they termed as invisible acts of kindness. Okay, like that was the term that they crafted, saying these are invisible acts, right? Which was this whole thing about saying, unless you actually analyze it, you will never realize it, right? And when you look at those small situations, right, that classic situation of walking with your wife, and like I love that end situation where he's walking with the wife on the road and the wife is on the outer side of the traffic and he just says, tu idhar aa jao, main idhar aa jaau. It's a small thing, but it's something that he's doing.
Yeah.
It's that situation where they come home, he drops her, he's going for an after party, but he tells the cabbie to wait till he sees the light of the house is on. Right? Again, you've shown the fact that yes, this man may have plans of his own, but at the same time, he also will be sure about saying, okay, she's safe and sound. And for me, what I like about it is that ad is authentic. Because yes, you're showing a side of the man कि वो तौलिया floor पे फेंक देता है ना, अभी भी फेंकता है. But you're also showing the side that he cares. And as long as you're being honest to the narrative on both sides, I don't think anyone minds. And then, like you yourself said, I mean, I've got research to, even not that we need research, but there's even research to say that women warmed up to that ad even more than men. When we were doing it, we actually had in our sample of testing a women cohort also, because it's just a view that even makes a woman realize, saying, yeah, maybe I have kind of been a little too harsh on him. And I think I think it's a great example you're bringing up. I think we need like tons of bande achhe equivalents to start playing out as a narrative. And I feel that, I know men perhaps have not played a big role in driving women empowerment, but I do feel that women perhaps can play a big role in trying to drive this. Because I think if it starts coming from women, I think the change is going to be much faster. And I do know that because women have had a similar journey, I think their ability to understand will be far greater. Like you said, that, I mean, this whole me time. I mean, today, if you talk about me time for a woman, it's seen as a great thing today as a narrative, because that whole journey has happened. So why not also talk about me time and self-indulgence for a man who's supposed to be this provide? Like, I hate the label of chief wage earner. Why is he the chief wage earner? Yeah? I mean, why can't you just have wage earners and everyone who works in the families? Why does he have to be the chief? Right? And in doing that, one, you're putting the woman down and you're putting him in a situation of pressure. So I think a lot of that kind of needs to change. So it's change at multiple levels, at a societal level, in terms of what women talk about, in terms of conversations, in terms of media. And I think slowly, I mean, it's not a change we'll see overnight, but I think slowly at least we'll start moving in the right direction.
Thank you so much, Rishabh. It's been an
Thank you.
absolute
Thank you.
joy. It's been so informative. Your clarity, your eloquence, and your knowledge, I've always been a fan of. And I'm sure you're going to develop many more fans after this.